Absolute value in ordering rational numbers. Absolute value is the distance from a number is away from 0. And distances are always positive. So absolute value is always going to be a positive value. So the absolute value is written using straight brackets like these. Those brackets indicate that you want to write the distance from 0. So for instance, the absolute value of 4 is 4 away from 0, so it is 4. As well as the absolute value of negative 4 is 4 away from 0, so that is also 4. So we're going to plot 6 and negative 5.8 on the number line. So we can label these 6, negative 5.8. How far is 6 from 0? 6 is 6 units away from 0. So the absolute value, remember these signs are the absolute value signs, of 6 is also 6 because it's 6 away from 0. How far is negative 5.8 from 0? It is 5.8 units away from 0. So the absolute value of negative 5.8 is a positive 5.8 because it is 5.8 steps away from 0. For each scenario, write an absolute value, determine the magnitude of each quantity. Maria is sick with a flu. Her weight change is represented by negative 4 pounds. How much weight did Maria lose? So it says it's negative 4 pounds, and we want to know just how much weight did she lose, so that's the absolute value of negative 4, which is 4 pounds. Jeffrey owes his friend $5. How much is Jeffrey's debt? So that means since he owes his friend $5, that's a negative 5. We want the absolute value of that, which he owes his friend $5. How far below is negative 16 degrees Celsius? So we're looking at how far below 0 it is, so that will be the absolute value of negative 16 is 16. In the building Melanie works, and the lobby is on the ground floor, floor 0. Melanie works on floor 9 and parks in the underground garage under the building. Melanie parks on the 3rd floor below ground level. How many levels does Melanie go up from her car? So here we have to use an absolute value of negative 3 because that's how far below she is. And then we're going to add 9 to it. So how we do this, we're going to want to do the absolute value first. So the absolute value of 3 is 3. We're going to add 9. And she travels 12 floors. How many levels below Melanie's office is her car? So we just did that, and it is 12 floors below. So we're going to insert greater than, less than, or equal sign to make each statement true. So the first thing we're going to have to do is get rid of the absolute value signs. So the absolute value of 5 is 5. The absolute value of negative 6.4 is a positive 6.4. So which one of those is larger? Remember, my large opening goes towards the larger number. So 345, the absolute value of 345 is 345. Absolute value of negative 3.9 is 3.9. And 345 is the larger number. Absolute value is 15. Absolute value of negative 15 is 15. So these two statements, this statement is equal. Absolute value of negative 14 is 14. Absolute value of negative 16 is 16. So 16 is larger than 14. Absolute value of 12 is 12. Absolute value of negative 3 is 3. So 12 is larger than 3. Absolute value of 13 is 13, and 16 is 16. So 16 is larger than 13. So we're going to order the rational numbers from least to greatest. So we have 2.4, absolute value of 5.7. So we always take it out of the absolute value sign. So negative 5.7 is 5.7. Absolute value of 6 is 6. So I'm going to start with my negative numbers first because it says from least to greatest. I only have one negative number left, and that's 134. So the next number would then be 0. And then I can just figure out what's the next largest, which is 2.4, 5.7, and 6. So the ones that had the absolute value signs in them, we should put those back in and make it look like it originally did. Okay, your turn. You try it.